First and foremost, it is about the food, flavorful, tasty, reasonably priced food, and very quick service. People, when they step in, they come to the counter, place their order, they get a number, and we bring the food out, and it's that simple. I try to cook from my heart. It's all the things that I've learned throughout as a kid and as a professional. You know, the food just hits you over the head with different textures, flavors, different foreign herbs that people haven't seen. We basically serve 3 food groups: rices, noodles, and we have dumplings. People tend to flip the menu and see what's on the other side, and there really isn't anything. For me, it's about quality and doing things, you know, at a very minimum and trying to do those very well.
So, Tamika, you say that Chef Bill Kim always makes your belly happy. Tell us why you chose this place.
Urban Belly is a great place in Chicago to go for a noodle. I think it's something that's been lacking in Chicago for a while. I actually do enjoy the communal dining aspect. It's a little bit different. So you walk in, you place your order, they give you a number, and then you immediately go down to your seat. They have these really huge quasi-Asian wooden tables with wooden blocks that you can set up. They're highly ornate. You can sit down and get really close to your noodle. So that's why I kind of like it. You know, you get a chance to meet other people, and you get a sort of kinetic feeling from other people when they're enjoying your food. It makes you enjoy it a little more.
It was nice to see other food because we ordered certain things, but oh, what's that?
Yep,
you know,
absolutely.
And it was, you know, it's maybe something you wouldn't have tried, but you saw it and you would be more willing to, and people would have been, I think, friendly to give it to you.
Sure.
You know, so.
Right.
Chris, you a big fan of the communal dining?
No, I'm not. I personally don't like the communal dining. I was going to ask you, did you feel uncomfortable at all in the seats?
That's a good question. I didn't, simply because I know that back chairs are, you know, having a high back chair is usually nice. But again, I liked sitting closer to my noodle because I actually pick it up with my hands.
Right.
You know, because it's hard to eat noodle with, you don't want to use a spoon. So I've got like my chopsticks and I was just going at it. And
I think that's the way you're supposed to eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it
so
felt really good.
technically, that's what you're
The
supposed to do.
correct way to actually eat the noodles, you're supposed to slurp.
Right.
It's part of the process. Which I think noodles kind of, you know, reach into sort of that child in us.
Sure.
Well, actually, Doug, you brought your kids. Did they have
We
fun?
did. I brought my 9 and 6-year-old daughters and Tamiko. They had so much fun there. They loved the little chairs because they can kneel on them and they can sit right up.
Get close to their noodles.
They can too. And we ordered our food, and the chef heard that we ordered the mango chicken with the Korean chili sauce, which he said it's spicy. And then the waitress didn't hear, and he said it again because he wanted to make sure that we understood that it was going to be spicy, which we said thank you, and they love spicy food. So it was really nice. You felt like there was an interaction with the kitchen being that cllose.
I agree with you. They actually only serve it 2 ways, though. It's mild or spicy. So.
Oh, I didn't know they had it mild.
Yeah, mild-ish.
But we went with spicy. It was delicious.
Awesome.
The food was very fresh, and it was very flavorful. The way that they present stuff, it was a very upscale presentation for a low-scale price.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, Chris, what did you eat?
I had the scallops udon, which was excellent. Everything's fresh. You could definitely tell. You could taste it. The scallops were cooked perfectly. They were very tender. They weren't rough like when you overcook it. And the soup was very hot. I also had the pork and cilantro dumplings, which were very good, but I had a little problem eating them. I don't know if you guys had any problems, but when I bit into them, they kind of exploded around. It was excellent. It was just dangerous.
I think with the dumpling, you have to have a little technique of just popping the whole thing in your mouth.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
Kind of like sushi.
Yeah.
Well, they've taken a street food, which is ramen, noodles, in essence, fast food, street food, but they've elevated it.
They have a refinement on a kimchi. You can get a seasonal kimchi. So the last time I had it, it was made with zucchini. The dumplings, I had a foie gras dumpling. That was really great. So again, they're taking a sort of refined protein and mixing it with an old idea. The chicken, mango, chili broth was excellent.
Would you say that Urban Belly is sort of an accessible way to get into Korean food?
Oh, definitely. Sometimes I've been to a more traditional noodle house in my neighborhood, and while it's amazing, not everybody wants to eat honeycomb beef and different kimchis, but you can get a lot of those Korean flavors. And also, it's just a really neat place to go in terms of the decor. There are these really nice big wooden planks on either side that were salvaged from old, what do they call them, shipping boats or fishing boats?
Yes.
From fishing boats.
Well, a lot
So
of their
that's fun.
furniture's from the Golden Triangle.
Yeah.
So like the blocks.
I think they had it
Right.
made
Uncomfortable
special
as
made.
they may be for you, but they're actually very nice blocks.
They are beautiful.
They're
They're
special
definitely
blocks.
beautiful. Yeah. Dr. Doug, I wanted to ask you, coming with your family, was it difficult, like, coming in the door? Because when I first got there, like, I didn't know where to go or, like, what
Yeah,
to
there's that big
do.
screen in the front. and
Right.
you stand there and you look and you think, is it right here? And then you walk around the side and you go in. And it's dark when you go in there, but it's comforting. It was comfortable. And the staff were very friendly and inviting, you know.
The
So that's-
location's a little bit unexpected.
you kind of have to know it. Because you would pass it by and not really see much. I wouldn't have thought it was a restaurant that would be as good as it was.
In fact, I had before I knew exactly what it
Really?
was. I'd seen it. I didn't know if it was a clothing store or
Yeah,
but,
right.
Urban Belly. But once I found out what it was, of course I
And
was
it's a strip
sold.
mall, too.
It's
Yeah.
a and
Yeah.
it's in the middle of the strip mall.
There are a lot of
Yeah.
great restaurants in strip malls.
No,
Yeah,
that's-
it's a hidden gem.
So, Tamika, if you were to recommend this restaurant to a friend, say celebrating a birthday, would this be an appropriate choice or a special occasion?
Yeah, I think it'd be a great place to go. But if it was your birthday, you probably want to go somewhere else after you're done because it's not a place you want to languish for a long time. But it's really comfortable. It's no nonsense, but it's not. The turnaround isn't quick. They're not like trying to force you out of there.
Well, Doug, how long was your experience? You went for lunch.
We were there for lunch on a Sunday, and it was about 45 minutes. Very nice experience. We felt like we were taking our time.
I went on a Tuesday evening, and all the food came out within 5 minutes. I was out within 25 minutes. It was
It's good if you're a busy professional with
Exactly.
family. It's not a place where you want to like make a night of it.
Sure.
All right, Tamika, you picked Urban Belly. Sum it up for us.
I think Urban Belly is a great spin on a traditional noodle house, and I think it's something that Chicago's been lacking.
Chris?
I think it's great fresh food, excellently cooked, better for takeout.
And Doug?
Great fresh food. I like the communal dining. There was it was an upscale presentation at a low price.
You can dine on dumplings and more at Urban Belly, 3053 North California Avenue, 773-583-0500. They're open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Reservations are not accepted. And the alcohol is BYOB. The average tab per person is $20.